managed to get The Last of Us. I've been recommended, I think, part 2, Last of Us part 2. And so I thought only makes sense to play the first one. For like single player games, when I find the time, it's kind of what I love the most. Multiplayer is good, but multiplayer games nowadays, they're full of sweats, let's be honest. And they're just a bit of a grind and they can take up a lot of your time. Just thinking about that. It seems like nowadays no one has time to do anything or have free time. And the same people saying that, when you're in their presence, they're just on their phones, scrolling. So you don't have time to do anything. But when you're with them, spending time with them, they're addicted to their phones and scrolling. So are people just spending hours on their phones? And that's why they don't have time anymore? Or do we generally, or do we genuinely don't actually have time for that anymore, or less time than we used to? It's like thinking about myself, like I feel like I don't have the time to play games because I've got lots of other things to do. When I do take the time to sit down and play just a good single player game, then I just love it. I love the challenge. I love putting it on hard and just replaying a section of the mission like 30 times. There's something about it. Until you just figure it out, right? Until you figure out what's the way around it, what's the right path. If only life was that simple, eh? Been walking since my car got repoed, so I've been walking everywhere. And I walked 40 minutes to go pick up the game, and then about 50 minutes from the shop to go to the gym, and the whole way was uphill. As I walk to the gym, doing a arm day today, I like to think about the plan of action before heading in. It's a good tip as you're heading to the gym, whether you're walking like me, because my car got repaid, or if you're driving, lucky you. Just think of the plan of action, what you're going to do, how you're feeling going into it. Doesn't mean you're feeling crap that you do a bad session or you don't push yourself. Still got to push yourself. Don't go in with any preconceived notions, I guess is the best term for it. So I'm thinking arms, that means triceps, biceps. I think it's definitely been changing in recent years, but the kind of general consensus, let's say, or attitude towards it, triceps are so underrated. Most people think, I want big arms. I'm going to train bicep curls, preacher girl. Forgetting that 2/3 of the arm is triceps. So really, if you want big arms, you're better off focusing on triceps than you are biceps. You find that in life a lot, that what is the general consensus isn't usually what's right. So it's all about figuring it out for yourself, I guess is the best way to put it. To get a lot of the stuff you see online, it's all fake. People using drugs, steroids, wink wink. So it's never good to compare yourself to people online, right? That's what everyone says. But what you can do is compare the intensity that you work out with compared to someone online. Don't compare the outputs, right? Compare the inputs, I think is the best way to put it. It's all about intentionality. If you're not intentional about what you want to do with your life or your time, then someone else will decide that for you. Whether that's social media, your parents, I guess that's why it's important to have a routine. And the routine doesn't always mean you got to be up at 4 a.m. running 20 kilometers every morning. I think it's very easy to default to kind of the extremes when it comes to this stuff. So when you tell someone, oh, have a routine, they straight away think, oh, that means I need to be up at a certain time in the morning. I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But I mean it more so in the way that how do you expect yourself to be consistent with something if you just don't have a routine, right? A ritual. Without a ritual or routine, they're interchangeable really. How are you sending those signals to your brain to say that this is the time for this now, whether I'm feeling like it or not? Oh, I'm not feeling like going today. Doesn't matter. My routine means I will go whether I want to or not. So it's all about having a routine. And they say all these things about reducing the friction and all of that, but for me it's about not overcomplicating it. Yes, if you want to pack your bag the night before, that's fine. You also don't have to. It's just making sure that you have a routine when it comes to going to the gym or going out for a run, or a routine that gets you ready to start working and really owning your time. I guess that's the main thing to it. That's kind of like what matters more so than anything else. I mean, day to day, it's not going to really be much difference, is there, in my body. And it feels like it's cheating doing it post-workout when I have a pump. I'd rather have a look beforehand, before the workout. So we're going to hit up the sauna and then do workout after. All warmed up with the stretches. So next, going to hit body weight tricep dips. No added weight on them, so all just body weight. Hit it. Making sure we're getting full range of motion. Since I find body weight the hardest, I always start off with body weight First, get the hardest thing done while I have the highest energy, just come out of the sauna, cold shower, peak energy. Next, gonna double it up without any rest and hit the obliques. So hitting the side bits of the abs. Oh. Really burns. I'm hitting 28 kg on the kettlebell. See you guys. Really feeling it burn. That's not for the weak, especially with 28 kg. But it gives you that nice definition. It's definitely an aesthetic choice. I wouldn't say everyone wants that kind of curved in oblique look. But you know what? I'll take what I can get. I'm not a picky person and I enjoy the workout, so why not? Back on it. Another set to the triceps. Let's see if we can hit 8 this time. All the way down. Nice good stretch at the bottom. 3. I am known sometimes to do ghost reps, which basically means I count up more reps than I've actually done for some reason in my head. It's like a mental thing where I want to get it done sooner than later, so I just end up over counting. But I think I hit 8 that time. Straight into hitting the obliques again. Back into ab work. Nice. So this one is kind of a bit like I'm a little teapot kind of movement. And you're using this shoulder to dominate that pull here, and this is just kind of pulling the shoulder up. So really it's a shoulder pull by pivoting your other side to kind of rock back and forth. A bit like you're trying to grab something from the ground without bending over. So it's kind of a bit like reaching down to pick something up. Energy levels are a bit low today, but still getting it done. Still trying to smash it. Minute break done. Get back into it. Last set. Smash it. Get that full range of motion in. Really getting that deep stretch at the bottom. Trying to pull yourself up and lock those elbows at the top. Trying to keep the body straight as you do it. Let's destroy the obliques. Final one. I'm gonna come back to that side again. Just you wait. Just you wait and see. Back again on the last one. I didn't do enough on this one. This time. It is done. Next, let's hit bicep curls. All about keeping the shoulders back and not getting the shoulders involved. All in the elbow. Quick warm up with the 24s. See how I feel. If we're going to go heavier on the main set, but Gonna hit 26s next, and then go back to 24s in the last set. Yeah, at least then. Really pushing it on the middle set. Only managed to get the 28s, so we'll see how it goes with the 28s. It'll be a struggle. Knowing it's going to be a bit of a harder set, give yourself a little bit more rest. Go easy on a bit more, easy on the rest time. Just give yourself all that energy. Yeah. That's it, the 28s. Back down to the 24s for the last two sets. Whew. So first set we hit 28s. Not out of choice, but necessity. The 26 weren't available. And we're going to hit 2 more sets for the 24s. It should be a bit more cleaner than with the 28s, yeah. I mean, when you go up to 28 and then come back down to 24, these feel way lighter than when I warmed up with them. Trying to sway too much, trying to keep real good range of motion. Even if the last rep or two a bit sloppy, still good to get in, even though I'm always preaching 1 minute breaks. That's obviously flexible, because today I'm trying to do about a bit longer, 1 minute 20, 1 minute 30, because my energy feels a bit low, so give myself a bit more chance to get that last rep or two in. It's worth it to give, you know, another 10, 20 seconds on top of the rest timer. It's alright. Still trying to be disciplined with it, so still setting the timer so I know when. This is how it is. Final set on the bicep curls. Jumping between biceps and triceps today. So we're going to do 1 bicep, 1 tricep, 1 bicep, and alternate. No reason for it. That's how it is. What we're doing? Doing about 35 kg on the warm up. Let's see. I have to gauge how I feel. Might be too heavy, might be too light. Who knows? Let's go. Really try and give yourself that space to really get that stretching on the triceps. Put your killer. Let's do, I think we'll stick to that weight and then probably drop set the last one. So drop weight on the last one. Are you feeling 100% today? No excuses. So smashed this one. Hit all sorts of PRs. Honestly, I'm literally the laziest gym goer. If you ask me what our PRs were, I wouldn't even really be able to tell you any sort of precise number. I just go off feeling. Just feel the weights. If it makes sense, it makes sense. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's what my PR is. Not backed up by any sort of science, but forget science. We don't care about science. Next set. Yeah. I try to not let it go too high up at the top, just to keep that tension on. It's all about always having constant tension on your muscles. It's maximizing time and tension the whole time. So the longer you keep yourself in that tense range where there's still tension on the muscle, the better there is, better control, all of that. So that's what it's about. Do drop set on this one. So it's currently on 37. With drop set you don't want to drop too much, so usually I go 2 plates down, so 32 instead. I'm going to try and get maybe 2 more reps in as well with the drop set, so dropping the weight but trying to keep the reps even higher if anything. Let's go. Really trying to stretch the rope at the bottom. You good, man? Keep letting it. Fuck. That's a killer. Destroyed that one. He's already fat, man. This guy. Dropped weight for the next set. So gone from 28 to 26s. Let's go. Find doing each one separate just lets me focus fully on just that one arm instead of doing the 2 together. Like it's my mind-body connection, mind-muscle connection, not mind-body. It's all the same. My mind-muscle connection is better. So I just focus on one at a time. It takes a little bit longer than doing it together, but I feel like it's worth it. Usually I hate music they play in the gym. Place today is kind of banging. Must be that Saturday night playlist. Got a couple bangers in there. Got a big groove into it. I'm trying to come all the way up to the shop. Alright, all done. Finished. And we are done for the day. Alright. Definitely had better workouts, but a workout's a workout. That's the importance of a routine. See? Messed up my routine. Went way later in the day than I usually do. I usually go morning time. And I didn't account for that. My energy levels at 10 a.m. in the morning, completely different than my energy levels at 7 p.m. Especially when you wake up at 5 a.m. I started my workout, 12 hours into being awake? But I A workout is a workout, irregardless. The arms, that's the thing in the arms. Who doesn't love arms, eh? There's no leg day, right? Interesting conversation that I had with some guys in the sauna, and they were saying that they would smoke the Tsar and keep saying, we'll go to the gym tomorrow. And then the next day, guess what they do? They smoke the Tsar and they say, we'll go to the gym tomorrow. So the gym became tomorrow. It didn't become now or today, it became tomorrow. And that's the same idea, right? They got themselves in that routine and they couldn't break free from that routine. And that routine was holding them hostage. So routines can also be a negative. So make sure you've got the right routine set up, because you're going to have a routine irregardless. People always think that routine is a really, you're on top of everything and you're keeping, longevity and keeping yourself fit. No. A lot of times, most of the routines that people are in are doing them more harm than good. It's snowing right now. And these are the moments where I wish I had a car. These are the moments. Let me say something silly like, but wait till I see me in a G-Wagon in 2 years. I mean, you might see me in a G-Wagon out of all the cars, although still quite flashy for that, those, what they call expensive cars and all that. But right now, I'm happy. And I will never appreciate what I'll have later if I don't appreciate what I have right now. That's all it's about, practicing gratitude. Oh, I'm sounding like a church sermon here. Oh no, don't smoke the Zaza. And make sure you're always grateful for what you have. But really there's a bit of truth in everything, I guess, right? That's what I was thinking about earlier. What happened to setting a good example? I just feel like that phrase has gone extinct. Setting a good example. People set examples. I'll be honest, people definitely set examples. But good example, don't seem to hear that anymore as much. Maybe just feeling a bit of nostalgia. So I'm going to be the first one to put myself out there and bring it back in, setting a good example by getting some crazy good gains. I'm going to set an example for you guys. I've been thinking about how little cardio I've been doing as well. I need to get back on the cardio. It's been at the back of my mind that I haven't gone for a run. I wore Nike Invincible Freeze, and I think those need to be thrown away. I can't be wearing them anymore. But they messed up the left side of my foot. I think the squishy material at the bottom of the shoe is kind of done now, so it doesn't give you the support anymore. So it's just like running on a deformed marshmallow. It just doesn't bode well for the foot. So I'm definitely feeling it, but the only thing that can fix that is running more. So I'm going to need to get back on it. Although, let's have a look. I suspect I've done quite a bit of walking today. So So let's do a nice little reveal on my step count for today. Let's see. Moment of truth. Not bad. Today we are currently sitting at 14,641 steps. So about 15,000. We'll definitely hit 15,000 once I get home. People ask me, you haven't got a car? Why don't you just take an Uber or a taxi around? If I do that, I won't be getting all these steps, will I? And I'm leaning out right now, so some might say it's a blessing in disguise. Or some might say it's a huge failure. Whichever, I'll take it. Irregardless. You can see that, but it's currently snowing. First bit of snow we're getting this winter. Only make walking even harder, which I love. Like walking hasn't been hard enough.